Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome back to another video. So in this video we continue where we left off at the exploration of the Mambo community, and here is exactly where we stopped the last time that we did an exploration of this particular side of the country. So I'll just pan the camera around. You guys will see exactly where we are. So this is exactly where we are. So there is the block factory that I described to you guys the last time, and of course there is I think some sort of apartments that are available for rent called Maryland apartments, and I think the building is right there. And of course this drive is called Alice Lim Drive, and of course this is exactly where we are. Just pan the camera around just to show you guys exactly where we are before we start the vlog. And of course, just like the last time, we'll focus again today on this particular section or this particular side of the country, which is the Peninsular Highway, or the Goderich Peninsula, as we are still at a section called the Mambo community. But we'll try and vlog for an hour today again, just to show you guys exactly the changes and the differences, as of course most of you guys will see from that particular video. Just like I told you, that most of these areas are still under development, and the construction or the amount of construction projects that are happening at this particular site is very high. And of course there is also another section of this particular area called Sheriff Drive. I think it goes all the way inside that particular side. But again, I'll just pan the camera around and take you guys back just to show you guys exactly where we started. And that's exactly where we started the vlog, at Alice Lim Drive, and this is exactly where we are, just trying to show you guys exactly how it is. But we continue. So again, just like I initially told you guys, the focus of today's video will also be to try and pay more attention to this side of the country, just like we did with that of the Regent Peninsular Highway, as this particular highway also connects directly to that side of the country, which is the Grafton or the Regent Peninsular highways, as of course that is a new construction project. So of course these cement vehicles that are usually parked at the eastern part of the country, as you guys are seeing it, these are some of the locations that they usually come to and offload their goods, as you guys are seeing them doing it now. But this is exactly where we are. So again, we continue. And we have left the Mambo community, and this is also another section called Mile 13, which is also another area that is located at this particular highway. But again, I'll try and cross just to stand here and give you guys a clear view of exactly where we are. And of course a reminder that we are still using the same phone, so our zooming capabilities will be limited. So just to let you guys know, this is exactly where we are. And of course this drive that goes inside there is called Isaac Drive, as you guys are seeing right there. But I'll try and cross just to continue and make progress. So of course this side, as we have approached this particular side, as you guys will definitely tell, except for the main roads, but just like other areas around the country, those that have houses at the further end of these particular areas have a more quiet environment than those that are located at this particular main highway. So just pointing the camera there just to show you guys those 2 or 3 very beautiful houses side by side, and of course those hilly rocky mountain tops right there. As we continue, and I want to say salam to my Muslim brothers and sisters, as we are in the holy month of Ramadan and observing the fast, and of course this particular fasting season coincides with that of the Christian, their fasting season also, which is called Lent. So in Sierra Leone, these are the 2 religions that are popular in the country. So this particular month has a lot of praise and worship, or it's definitely dedicated to our creator and maker, as both of the 2 religions are observing their fasting periods at the same time, which is very, very unlikely or very, very hard to coincide, but that is the case. And we are still here as we push forward and make progress, just to give you guys a glimpse or show you guys exactly how some of these particular areas are developing over the years. And in comparison, say around the 2010-2011 years, exactly how this particular area is, exactly how communities that are very, very populated at the moment, like the Lumley community and other communities, this was exactly how they were, or how they once were before. It is now very, very crowded and bustling with different kinds of shops and business enterprises. So again, we'll stand here as always just to take you guys back and show you guys exactly where we are. So we've definitely left the Mambo community behind, and we're at a section called Mile 13. But we could continue and just try and make progress and try to explore as much or as further of this particular side as we can, as since we started and since we are going along. And that is a roofing activity going on right there. Since we started, or since we came along, there have been a lot of new construction, and we'll definitely not be able to highlight all of them, as we'll just try and mark them. And of course, you guys are seeing these very small enterprises, or if I can say mom and pop shops, that are being built at this particular main highway. And of course, in years to come, these shops or this particular very, very small enterprises will be replaced by very, very huge and large enterprises or buildings as the years go by, just like how other areas were developing and are presently developed. So these communities are still in their developmental phases. This is I. Johnson Way. It goes all the way down that particular side, as we are seeing it right there. But again, we'll try and cross just to take you guys back and show you guys exactly how this particular side is. And of course, sorry once again, as we will not be able to zoom all those hilly areas, so you guys will see the rock formation right up those rocky sides or hilly sides right there. And of course, taking you guys back, so this is exactly where we are in the exploration of this main Peninsular Highway or Goderich Peninsula. As we continue, so we'll use this other path again and try and continue. So, and if you guys are noticing, those pipes that go all the way to that particular side, they belong to the Guma Valley Water Company, and they are responsible for supplying the nation's drinking water. And of course, that is one of theirs, and it connects or it serves the inhabitants of this particular community, as you guys are seeing it right there. And of course, I think this is a community field, and it is a very, very unlikely site, especially at this particular side or particular area of the country, where to have a piece or a plot of land that is located at this particular main highway that is very, very empty and vacant. But of course, I definitely think that this particular field belongs to someone, and in the coming years it will be converted, because just like the other other areas like Lumley, there was also a very, very large field there called Mappa Field. I definitely don't think that particular field is still existing now, but we'll find time when we'll do an exploration of that particular area, and hopefully I'll try and show you guys exactly what I am trying to say, as it is very, very difficult for still here as we make our way. So still here as we continue, and of course this is a new construction still in its completion phase. And just a reminder where we left off the last time. We left off at the Mambo community, and we have definitely passed that particular area, and we are presently at another section or another community located at this main Peninsular Highway called Mile 13, and this is exactly where we are, and we are just trying to push the vlog as further as we can. So we continue, and of course there is a concrete thing going on right there, as you guys are seeing the activity. And of course the building material stores that are located right about here. But again, we'll just stand here just to take you guys back. So this is exactly where we are, still at the Mile 13 community that is located at this main Peninsular Highway or Goderich Peninsular Highway. So that is exactly where we came from. And of course, just a reminder, we started at Ali Slim Drive, and that's exactly where we started. And of course, you guys will see the different enterprises that are located at this particular section. But of course, you guys have seen the activity that is going on. But immediately after this one, we'll try and cross and continue with the vlog. And of course, as for the road, I definitely like how it is developed, because it is huge and wide, and can also be compared to that of the Waterloo Highway. And of course, you can see this particular side or particular area is very, very spacious, as you guys will definitely see it. But we continue. And as for some of the facilities that can usually be found in very large communities, such as a school or a university, a market or a supermarket, a bank and a hospital, I think some of these facilities, they are missing. Some of them are, but of course the majority of the inhabitants that actually live in this particular side of the country can usually, or most of them usually, go to very large areas such as that of the Lumley community whenever they want to have some of their essentials that they need in terms of health, financial services, and also some of the basic necessities or food ingredients that they may need in order for them to continue running their homes. But this is exactly where we are, and of course taking you guys back, we'll definitely not be able to zoom, as this is exactly the section exactly where we are. This is still at mile 13, and I'm definitely sure that immediately after mile 13 we'll be approaching the Bobo community, which is also another area that is located at this particular main highway, and of course that new construction project right there. But we continue and we'll try and push this vlog as further as we can. So just in comparison to some of the individuals that may be contemplating to reside in this particular side of the country, it is very quiet, as you guys will definitely tell that this particular side is not yet that populated in terms of the number of vehicular movement and traffic. So we're still here as we continue, and that is a board and sticks vendor, as you guys are seeing it, as these are some of the items that are in demand, and of course a building material store right there. But we continue as we push the video further and further, just to give you guys an idea of how exactly this particular side of this main Peninsular highway is changing as the years go by, because I am definitely sure that in a year's time most of this construction that is happening, if we just say a few years give or take, most of these projects will be completed very soon. But we'll never tell, as this is just to do a comparison or to compare exactly how things are, and in the years to come we'll try and see exactly the changes that this particular side section has undergone over the years. So again, we'll stand here just to take you guys back, and you guys will definitely see those very green mangrove areas very close to the sea right there, and of course turning the camera around and taking you guys back just to let you guys know exactly where we are, as that is a new construction still not completed yet. And of course there is exactly where we came from, and this is exactly where we are. But we continue and we make progress as we push the video further and further, and that is a waterway. So you guys are seeing the huge blocks that are located at this particular side or particular section right there, but we continue and we make progress. Still here, still pushing the video as further as we can. So these are the vehicles that usually stop at another community that is located at this main highway called Bobo, but we are not there yet, as we are still here at this particular side of section. So we are still pushing the video as further as we can. And of course, as for electricity, all these areas are electrified all the way, but maybe there will be some sections that are located at this particular site that may not, but we will continue. And there is a dam that is located somewhere around this particular side. It is located inside this particular drive that goes up, and of course there is a checkpoint right there, so we'll put the camera down and try and cross. Immediately after that we will continue. So still here, still at mile 13 as we push it as further as we can, just to give you guys a glimpse of how exactly things are in this section, or in this side of the country. So there is a lot to see at this particular side, and of course this is also another factory, or a block factory, and that is a huge natural spring, and you definitely tell that this was there is a bridge right under here, and that is an old bridge right there. I hope you guys will definitely see it right there, but we continue, and of course we'll try and cross just so as to let you guys know exactly how it is. And this is exactly where we are, still at the section called mile 13, and of course this particular side will definitely see the greenery that is located at this particular side or particular section, as you can see, and of course that new construction. And of course there's also another one right there, as you guys are seeing it, but we'll pan the camera around just to give you guys an idea of exactly how it is at both sections. So we've seen this particular side, we'll try and cross just to let you guys see how it is on this other side. So this is how it is at this other side, or this other section of this bridge, as we continue with the vlog. So we are pushing it, trying to go as further as we can. So we have left the mile 13 community, and we are at another section called Banga Farm, which is also another area or section that is located at this Peninsular highway. So this is Jehovah's Way Drive. It goes all the way inside that particular side at the Banga Farm community, and that is a welding shop. As we continue and make progress, just to show you guys exactly the changes that have occurred over the years, as I try to give you guys an idea of how it is now, an idea of how it is at this particular side or particular section of the country. So again, thank you guys for subscribing and supporting the channel, and of course to you, my sponsors, and a special shout out to you, Madam Zainab Sise, Thank you. And of course to you, my other sponsors, Mr. Bonnie Johnson, Madam Fatumata, and the rest of you guys. You guys are awesome. And of course to the supporters and subscribers, you guys are doing an amazing job, as we are currently at just a few hundred more to the 1,000 mark, and you guys are doing an awesome job. But we are here, and today's video we are definitely focusing on this particular side, or this particular section of this particular main Peninsular highway, which is the Goderich Peninsular highway. And so just to recap, we started at Mambo, we've left there, and we entered another community called Mile 13, and we've also left that particular community behind, and we're at another section called Banga Farm, which is also another area located at this main highway. So this is also another drive called Buye Drive, which goes all the way down that particular side. But again, we'll try and cross just to give you guys a glimpse or an idea of exactly where we came from, and panning the camera around. So this is exactly where we came from, right there. Of course, that checkpoint, that is a checkpoint right there, so we had to put the camera down and pick it back up immediately after that. So this is exactly where we are, and of course an idea of how it is on both sections or both sides of this particular highway before we continue. And of course not to forget those hilly sides right there, as we are not able to zoom in on those particular sides, but we continue and pushing the video as further as we can. And as for the developmental side of this particular community, I would definitely compare it to, although not to the Waterloo Highway, but I'll definitely compare it to the Grafton and Regent communities, as both of these areas are similar in terms of the geographical location, the greenery and vegetation, and of course the amount or the number of construction projects that are happening at this particular main Peninsular highway. But we continue as we make progress, just to show you guys exactly how it is. And this is a service station that belongs to National Petroleum, and of course just to show you guys off, these are all vacant lots, and of course this one has already been fenced or cordoned off. So those are new construction projects, this one, that one there, and of course that one right there, as you guys are seeing it. But we continue. So that is the service station, and they also have a tire repair section and a mini mart as we continue and make progress. So, but I definitely think in terms of the other basic necessities, I think some of the enterprises that we came across since we started the vlog will definitely serve those particular demands and needs as we go along. And of course this is the new construction. There is an exchange bureau, and of course the upstairs is still not completed yet, but we continue just to be able to show you guys exactly how it is. So there are two service stations that are side by side, Conex, which is one, and of course that other one right there, the National Petroleum one. And this is just some of the petroleum companies that have set up shop at these particular sections or section of this particular main highway. But again, just standing here, we'll just pan the camera around just to show you guys exactly how it is and take you guys back. So this is exactly where we are right here. We came from that particular side and we are at a section called Banga Farm, still here. And of course, as we push it and we make progress. So I'll try and cross now, as you guys have definitely warned me not to walk on that particular main or midway as we make progress. So again, just to recap, for those of you guys that may be wondering exactly where we are, so this particular highway is the highway that starts, if I could just cut it from there, from Lumley, 7th Battalion, Goderich, Mambo, and it leads all the way all throughout. So since we started the first vlog that I posted of this particular side or this particular section, so the last vlog that we did, we started at the Hamilton Junction or the Hamilton community and we ended up at the Mambo community. So in this vlog, just to recap, we started at some sections or the midway of the Mambo community and we've made our way to mile 13, which is also another community that is located at this particular main highway, and we are presently at another community called Banga Farm that is still located at this Peninsular highway as we make progress, still right here at this Banga Farm community and pushing the video or vlog as further and further as we can. So we'll definitely see. So you guys will definitely see or get an idea of exactly what is going on and happening, the changes, and of course some of the enterprises or new construction projects that are happening at these particular sections. And I definitely think so. This is the Environmental Foundation for Africa Biodiversity and Renewable Energy Learning Center. I think here is their compound, but we push it and push it as further and further as we can, just to give you guys an idea of exactly how things are at this particular side or section. So again, this is exactly where we are. We'll just pan the camera around so you guys will see exactly where we are. So we came right there from the mile 13 community and we're presently at the Banga Farm community, just to give you guys an idea of exactly where we are. Just panning the camera around so you guys will definitely see exactly how it is or what are the changes that have been happening around this particular side or section of the country. So we are here and we continue just to show you guys exactly how green this other side of this particular main highway is. As you guys are seeing it right there, a lot of greenery and a lot of forest in this particular section. But we are here still pushing the video, and just like other sections, there are very nice and beautiful houses. This is Boyama Drive. It goes all the way down to the side. Just like other sections and other areas around the country, there are beautiful houses that are located at this particular site or areas. And an example is that one right there, as you guys are seeing it, that one. But as we go along, I'll try and show you guys. It is a very, very nice neighborhood, just to let you guys know. It is quiet, vehicular movement is not that heavy, as you guys will definitely tell since we started the video. Of course, except maybe during the festive seasons, when some of the local resorts and some of the local beaches that are located at this particular site, when they are usually very, very jumpy or very, very crowded. But apart from that and the movement of the cars, you guys will definitely get an idea of exactly how it is. So this is exactly where we are. So we are pushing the video, pushing it as further and further and further as we can, as we still have a lot of distance to cover still at the Banga Farm community. And check that particular building out right there, and of course that one, and of course I have already shown you guys that particular one right there. But we are here as we continue. Still here. And check the view from this particular side. Right there. Those very, very nice green and swampy mangrove areas right there. But we continue. And of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe, share to as many of your contacts as possible, and help grow the channel. And we are coming very, very, very close to the end of this particular vlog. So again, just want to thank you guys for coming along with me, and to all my Muslim brothers and sisters, I say salam and a happy Ramadan. And we are here still pushing it, and we are definitely still at the Banga Farm community. And of course, we'll just try and cross and show you guys exactly this particular side or section. This is exactly where we are, just pointing the camera to those hilly areas. And of course, sorry for not being able to zoom in and show you guys the greenery of those hilly sides or sections. And of course, the new construction continues right there, and also here, and of course here, as we continue and make progress. But we are pushing the video, pushing it as further as we can, and hopefully after this particular vlog we'll try and find other locations, because I wanted to do a video of another location, but since we have not dedicated enough time to this particular section, so you guys will know exactly how it is or the changes. Of course, you guys already know that we are only focusing on this particular main highway, as there are individual sections that are located at these particular communities that may have new construction projects, just like these ones that are also located at this particular main highway. So that is just to let you guys know as we continue with the video. And of course, thank you for coming along with me. So we'll just try and push it as further as we can, because we'll try to reach the hour mark, and immediately after that we'll call it a day, and then ultimately try and find other locations. But we'll just push it to as further as that particular main highway, or where those shops are, right there, where those makeshift shops are, just to give you guys a glimpse of exactly. And of course, this is also another grade, but I definitely think that it is usually very, very high with water current, but since it is currently the dry season, it is definitely not, as you guys are seeing, it's right there. But again, this is all we'll have time for, as I want to thank you guys again for coming along with me. So that is also a very, very nice building that is housed right inside there. And of course, this is exactly where we'll stop today's vlog. And of course, check that building out right there, and the surrounding greenery over there. So that is the video, and until I catch you guys again at the next one, thank you guys for coming along with me. Peace.